Right, so it's that time of year again. It's FIFA Ultimate Team of the Year voting. I'm here with Pete, and what's different from Team of the Year last year to this year is that this year it's people like us at Goal, YouTubers, influencers, and other people in the FIFA community who are choosing the FIFA Ultimate Team of the Year, and this is why we have this big blue box. Pete, do you want to help me get into this thing and
Absolutely.
see what's going on? So, it weighs an absolute ton, and we should be able to see why in a minute. So this was sent to us by EA for us to cast our Goal Team of the Year votes. As you can see, it is rather...
It's quite grandiose, isn't it?
It's a little bit, isn't it? And it also weighs a ton. So thanks to EA for sending all of these over. We're going to spin this around and kind of see what's inside. So if we open up the top, see that they have sent us a rather lovely, if hard to get out, very hard to get out, metal board, which kind of shows you what we have to do here. Team of the Year this year has got to be in a 4-3-3 formation. Whether we choose wingers or strikers, I think it's pretty much up to us. Play with 4 centre backs if you really want. And in these drawers are the players we get to choose from. Goalies, defenders, midfielders, and the attackers. So we're going to pick our FIFA Ultimate Team of the Year with this little box. And if we shift the box over here, we get started with the goalkeepers. So Pete.
Okay, so I'm going to open the drawer. I'm going to choose my goalkeeper. I'm not going to tell you all the nominees because obviously there's way more midfielders and attackers, so there's no point going through them all. Suffice to say that my goalkeeper that I'm going to choose is, if you can see that, Keylor Navas from Real Madrid. Champions League, La Liga winner, best goalkeeper of the year for me, other than Ederson, but he's not here.
Defenders.
Defenders. My back four, I'm going to pick a legitimate back four, as in I'm going to pick left, right, and 2 centre backs. So, my right back, I'm going to pick Bayern Munich's Joshua Kimmich, who was right there. Bundesliga champion, Confederations Cup champion, of course, and all-round brilliant player. My left back, I'm going to choose another Real Madrid player, Marcelo. Arguably their most consistent player throughout 2017, certainly in the back line. He's going to be joined as a left-sided centre-back by his teammate, Sergio Ramos. No introduction necessary. And I'm going to pair, at centre-back, Sergio Ramos with Chelsea's David Luiz. I know he's out of the Chelsea team so far this season, but you cannot understate the importance that he played in Chelsea's title win. So that's my back four.
Okay, next up, midfielders.
Midfielders, this is where it gets interesting because I've noticed in this, there's some midfielders that I regard as attackers and some attackers that I regard as midfielders. So it's restricting my options.
It's competitive, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. I'm going to start with Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich. Their best player of the year, and still somehow a very underrated midfielder. And he's going to be joined in midfield alongside a former Bayern Munich player, current Real Madrid player, Toni Kroos, who was imperious as Real Madrid swept before them in a successful season that they've not had in about 50 years. And I'm going to put alongside Toni Kroos his Real Madrid midfield colleague, Luka Modric, who I in fact voted in our Goal 50 as best player in the world for 2017.
There are some names that you've missed out there, isn't there? There's no De Bruyne. You've opted against De Bruyne.
I've opted against De Bruyne, even though he's been excellent and has done nothing wrong. I just think when it comes to making the difference, I need to go for title winners at this stage. And maybe this time next year, we'll be looking at a quadruple winning Kevin De Bruyne. So
what held Kante back? N'Golo Kante.
What held Kante back? Well, again, you know, he's probably the Premier League's best performing midfielder. I just didn't think that he's got the skill on the ball that Thiago has and that consistency of performance. Okay,
so next up, let's go for probably the hardest to choose 3 strikers, or 3 attackers, I should say.
Yeah, and the problem with choosing these strikers is that you know that 2 of them they effectively pick themselves. Yeah. So why don't we start with that? For my wide left attacker, I'm going to go for Cristiano, Ballon d'Or winner, Goal 50 winner, and all-round legend for 2017. Goals in the Champions League final, goals all over the place in La Liga, and although he's not in his best form so far this season, you cannot leave Cristiano out. I'm looking forward to seeing him at the World Cup. On the opposite side, I'm going to go for his great nemesis, Lionel Messi, who for me is probably the best performing player in the world currently, which is no surprise. and maybe he didn't have his best season in 2016-2017, but no doubt about it, Messi is deserving of his place there. And this is where it gets interesting. Do you pick Dries Mertens? Do you pick Neymar? Do you pick Mbappe? Do you pick Cavani? Do you pick Griezmann? Do you pick Suarez? Well, no. I think it would be only fair, considering that Harry Kane has scored more goals than any other player in the calendar year of 2017, that the Tottenham man gets the nod as a central striker up front. And that's my 1-11 FIFA Ultimate Team.
Team of the Year for 2018?
My Team of the Year for 2018.